here. Yep, there we go. We are live. I'm going to start with some mugwort. Everybody gets some. We're in front of a live audience tonight. Yeah, I had to change location, so you now have the view of the fairy shelves and the sink. Hey, Yolanda. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're getting through this, hey, Jew, this intense energy that we're going through. There has been almost every day on the Schumann resonance, burst of energy coming through that it can't even register on the Schumann scale over there. It's like it's been so strong that it doesn't even register it anymore. So there is a lot of intense energy coming through. Hey, Lucy. So I want to welcome you all to the new moon in Cancer. So Cancer is water. Water is emotions. Hey, Nancy. And this morning when I was outside meditating, I kind of was reflecting on the past few circles that I've done and the energies. And I guess in a way we all took it personal and maybe perceived it in a different way than it has transpired. So tonight is Cancer. Cancer loves routine. They're kind of like homebodies. They like feeling safe and kind of acknowledged, very emotional. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Lucy the second, Lucy Jr. So this energy is just that. There's a lot of suppressed emotions that we all hang on to from whether this lifetime or other lifetimes, and they're kind of boiling to the surface. Some of you may be having like crazy ass dreams. I know for me, I can't really sleep. Prior to that, I was always tired. I think I shared it with you guys that I always wanted to take naps and I felt drained. Now it's kind of the opposite. I can't even sleep. So it's not that everyone is going to feel the same way, but we're all going through our own cycles. So if in the past, when I was always tired, you were very energetic, now you may be feeling the opposite. There's a lot of changes going on, not just in our personal life, but collectively. And this comes back to my reflection of the moon circles. If you think about it collectively, we needed that energy to support us to get through what we were going through. And I never say like be like the negative Nelly or the negative aspects of something. Of course, there's always positive. But I feel what we are entering, this phase for July going into August, there's going to be some heavy challenges that we're going to have to deal with, not just personally, but collectively. And I think a lot of it is collective energy. If you're feeling very anxious, very overwhelmed, you're just picking up the collective energy. Not all that anxiety is yours. Yeah, there may be some shit that's looking to come to surface, but not all of it is yours to carry, especially if you're sensitive. If you are someone that's very sensitive to energy, you may be feeling seriously overwhelmed right now. Aside from the fact of the not knowing, we are going through a change that we can't even explain because we've never experienced it, right? We don't know how things are going to change, how they're going to transpire, but we can feel that something is happening, and it's scary and exciting at the same time. But when you add the collective energy into it, it amps up that anxiety. Hey, Bernadette, Sarah. Yeah, the challenges that I feel we are going to experience this month are those personal. Those personal emotions that we really didn't want to deal with. Like, for example, I've been feeling lately, not necessarily memories of childhood or my teen years, but it's the feeling. I've been feeling certain things. And then when I feel that feeling, it'll remind me of different times in my life, if that makes sense. So I think we're feeling a lot of stuff. We're feeling a lot of stuff that we kind of suppressed, that we didn't want to deal with. Hey, Lori. And it's coming to the surface. It's boiling. It's boiling. It's going to explode. Let's put it that way. It's something, I've been saying this for the past like 3 circles. We are going to have to deal with a lot of shit that we've been avoiding, but we can't avoid things anymore. Now we have to just deal with it. And everything that we're dealing with, whether it's collective or personal, everything is so new and everything is changing so rapidly. Like, for instance, you may be even experiencing timeline shifts, or what I have been calling spontaneous dementia. Forgetting things, thinking you did something and you didn't do it, or you're not even sure, was it a dream? Did I really do this? I thought I did it. Like, for instance, in my Patreon, I create every month, every circle. So it's twice a month. I create a journal for my patrons. I remember doing it. I remember formatting it, designing it. I remember posting it. I didn't. I think it was like last week. I went to like double check. I'm like, oh, I wonder if nobody, sometimes I'll get like comments about the journal, and I didn't. So I'm thinking, I hope everybody was able to access it. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. I didn't even design it, but I remember that I did. And now, poof, it's not there anymore. So weird shit like that has been happening to a lot of people. A lot of people. Not to mention the physical aspects you're feeling, like the buzzing noises, the humming, headaches, pressure in your forehead, pressure in your neck. I've been having lower back pain, and I know a lot of other people have been experiencing lower back pain, even leg pain, just feeling off. Now, some people have shared with me that they feel like they're getting younger. And there were quite a few people that feel like they're getting younger. Either they feel it physically, or they look that way, or they just feel like they did when they were like in their 20s, for instance, or in their teens. So I'm interested to hear if you guys are experiencing that same thing. Me personally, I have not, at least not yet. Okay, Lori. So maybe that's what my feelings of my younger years has been. Maybe that's how it's happening. Everybody experiences it different. Which is Mary. Yeah, not me either, Mary. Don't worry. As a matter of fact, me and Marion were talking about yesterday, we really have no energy to do anything that we did when we were younger. We're glad that we did all that shit when we were younger. Well, Sarah, I guess it depends. I mean, I would like to look younger or even feel younger too, but maybe those are times in our lives that we need to make right or heal. I think that's where it's coming from. I mean, I could be wrong. I could just be pulling this out of my ass because honestly, none of us know. We really don't. Oh, okay. See, Bernadette, that's how I feel. And I know Miriam feels that way too. It takes me at least a good hour to get my body just moving. So I'm not feeling it. But if you are feeling younger, share with us. And I'm a little jealous that you look and feel younger. But I'm glad that you are. So tonight, after the reading, I'm going to be doing a meditation that was downloaded to me this morning. It was, the message from this meditation wasn't like just, this isn't going to be like a one-time meditation. Once you do it and you experience it, I don't know why I can't talk today. we are to do this every day. Like just take 5 or 10 minutes a day to allow ourselves to go through this whole, of course, I'm going to extend it in a meditation form, but when the meditation is over, I will explain how it was communicated to me that we are to do this every day to keep that balance in our emotional and mental mind complex, because that's what they call everything, like the mind complex, which I guess there's so much more to our mind than we could even think about, that they're just calling it a mind complex. So Cancer is about compassion. And this is where it comes into what I think we're going to go through. Because when I felt the compassion and the routine aspect, I was like, oh shit, we're going to go through something. Once again, could be collective or personal, where we're going to have to be compassionate about it instead of angry, instead of fearful, instead of anything that we may be feeling right now. It's like right now we have a lot of compassion energy around us. And I think that's to get us through whatever the hell it is that we are going to be going through. And then the routine. The routines need to be broken up, I guess, because we're so used to living the way we live and doing things the way we do. And now that it's collapsing, new ways have to be created. And we don't even know what that is. So we have to be able to let go of these routines that we think keep us safe. So this is where I feel like the big challenge is going to be. Us feeling safe and supported in these whatever the hell is coming through, and have compassion at the same time. So I wish us all a lot of luck. It's also about letting go of the time frames. And this, because I was asking about these timeline jumps that we've been, just this weird stuff with time that's been going on. And it's time for us to let go of time frames, which is why time is not perceived the way it was, let's say 5 years ago, or when you were a kid. Like right now, time is becoming irrelevant. I mean, of course, you have appointments, there's time, but age, how long it should take you to get to where you should be at a certain age, like all that shit is collapsing. And if that's what you're going through right now, feeling like you should be, oh, when I'm 35, I'm going to be doing this and have this. And now you're 34 and you don't have it and you're going into a state of panic, for instance. Don't. Because those things are not even relevant anymore. We ought to I'm reading the notes like that I jotted down when I was meditating. So we are to embrace fluid energy, because energy is constantly moving, it's constantly changing. And when we focus too much on something, especially if it's the negative aspect of it, we're actually blocking that energy from moving through us. And guess what's going to happen? We're going to have some kind of breakdown. We're going to snap at someone. Something is going to happen because we're not allowing that energy to flow through. I know it's easier said than done. Okay, this message was for me too. I'm not saying I got this shit down. I do not. But we need to create we need to open up new spaces to create the new ways. Old patterns hit rock bottom. Now, whether you went through an awakening or not, and I hate using labels, but this is the only way I can explain it. Either you went through it 10 years ago, you went through it last week, or you're going through it now. No matter what, we constantly go through these breakdowns. When I say emotional breakdowns, kind of like what the spiritual awakening triggers, those are old patterns coming to surface, and it's letting you be aware. Not all these patterns are yours or from this lifetime. They are from other lifetimes. They are generational patterns. These are things that our grandparents passed down to us through our parents and all that shit. So there's a lot of stuff, and I've been saying this for almost every circle. There's a lot of shit that we're clearing out. So be kind to yourself. And when it comes to compassion, I really think that it's for us to have compassion with ourselves, because if we don't, then we can't have compassion for other people, without feeling a different feeling other than joy. So that was the message that I got from meditating this morning. Curious to see how you guys are feeling and how you are experiencing these spikes in energy. And this is going to continue for the rest of the year. So eventually we will get adjusted to it, but it's not going to stop. I mean, this kind of is the new earth, a higher vibration, a higher frequency of energy, and things are manifesting really fast. So the good aspects of the moon. This moon is the fastest moving energy to date, because I'm sure it'll get faster when it comes to manifesting. So tonight is the new moon. Tonight, whether it's journal, you want to do a ritual or a spell, or you just want to write a goal list, whatever it is, be very, very clear about what you want to bring in right now. And I know everybody comes with like a shitload of things, but you're going to overwhelm yourself. Focus on something small so you can see the evidence of how you are manifesting shit. So start with something small. Tonight, I'm going to do what we usually do for the full moon with the bay leaf. I'm going to write down one specific thing that I want to manifest within this moon cycle. And then I'm going to burn it. That's my intention. Now, how it really goes, I don't know. That could be another story. So curious to know what you guys will be doing for this new moon. You could also make your new moon water. Just like the full moon, you can do new moon water. So the two cards that represent the theme of tonight's reading is letting go and fertility, which is always perfect. Always perfect. So the meditation will address both of those. It's so crazy how the divine does things. Like this morning, I did a meditation and I'm taking these notes, and then I go and do the cards, and the cards like validate the meditation and the energy we're in. It's just really cool. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm going to show you 3 cards. Each card represents a deck. All the decks will resonate with each other, but the deck you're drawn to is the message that you need to hear. So I'm going to start with card number 1, which is expression. If you are drawn to this card, you are deck number 1. Deck number 2 is 4th chakra. If you are drawn to this card, you are deck number 2. And the 3rd is joy. If you are drawn to this, you are deck number 3. Just type in your deck so I know that everybody had a chance to look at it. I'm going to go through it one more time. Deck number 1. Oh, the dog was in the video. Deck number 2. And deck number 3. Okay, so hopefully everybody picked their deck. I see Bernadette picked hers. I'm going to put these on the side so I don't mess them up. So a lot of deck 2. So Brooke, you must be going through something with your heart chakra, and that's a popular like theme right now. The heart chakra and the throat are like in full force. So if you picked the expression card, you are deck number 1. The frequency of expression supports our ability to bring out our true essence through many different forms of communication. See, here's the throat chakra. So let's see what deck number 1 has. Okay, so you have, See, and here it goes again. Here's the heart chakra, compassion. Third eye, visualization, and third eye, intuition. So deck number 1 is probably feeling a lot of the head stuff that's going on right now, whether it's headaches, sinuses, not sleeping, or sleeping too much, but a lot of weird dreams. There's also, I feel like there's some that may have these dreams that you can't tell if it really happened because it feels so real, or if it was a dream. You are receiving a lot of downloads from all this energy that's coming through. And something with your gifts, your spiritual gifts, your psychic abilities is not just shifting. What you're aware of is amplified, and there's something new that's coming in. Maybe something that you can't really identify, or maybe you're thinking that it has something to do with like the physical ailments that you're feeling. You're writing it off like maybe if it's a headache or your sinuses, you're saying it's allergies, but it's really this new gift that's trying to break through these blocks. And just keep an open mind about it because I feel like you're going to continue to get a lot of downloads, and you're also going to start getting visions. So either not just in dreams, you actually see specific like moments in time, like whether it's the future or something just before it happens, which kind of would be the future anyway. But it's something like that. You're going to get these visions. Like if you see someone in the store, all of a sudden you might get a vision of something and you don't even know this person. So you kind of just dismiss it. But there's something about the visions you're getting. The other, the compassion card. So this, I feel like you're being very hard on yourself. You are not giving yourself the same compassion as you do to other people. And you may be getting very frustrated because there's a part of you that expects, and I guess we all do, we expect people to treat us the way we treat them, but it doesn't always happen that way. We treat others how we treat ourselves, really. And I also feel like there's something from the past that you have forgiven. Like you went through something and you went through your forgiveness, but you're still not letting it go. You're still not like accepting these different things. You've done a lot of healing. You're just not truly accepting it is what it is, so to speak. You're just having a little bit of a hard time with that. I also feel like that you have a hard time when it comes to, I'm trying to see how to put this in words. Not really boundaries, but you're a giving person. You're very compassionate. You love to give. It makes you feel good to give. But then maybe people take advantage of that. And you're having a hard time with that like boundary. Like, when do I need to stand up for myself or just say no without feeling bad? And when can I just do something because it makes me feel good and not be taken advantage of? Like that kind of flip-flop in your mind. It's falling into place. It's happening. It's happening. You don't have to think about it. You've done so much healing in the past that there's nothing to heal. You just need to be with it. Just acknowledge it. Just be okay with it. Like, okay, I feel like people are taking advantage. Okay, feel it. And then just let it move through you and go away. I just feel like there's stuff that you may be holding on to that you need to let go of, and it's showing up like this, as if you can't, I don't want to say boundaries, but it's almost like creating these boundaries. Like, where is that balance between those? Because right now it's like one extreme or the other. You're just finding your balance and it will fall into place. You have the restore and replenish. And then you have the Sacred Fool. These two cards here, one, you need to take time for yourself. Like either you need to take like a spa day, or if you can take like a little trip, like overnight or for the weekend, great. If not, you need to do something for yourself that is just you. Like you need to be selfish with a day for yourself and not worry about anyone else or everybody else, and just do what makes you feel good. And that's it, without any guilt, without any explanation, like why you really need this. You just need to restore your energy. You need to replenish your energy. Like I said, you've been doing, because the Sacred Fool, she reminds me of, if you see how she's got like a little puppet there, right? And I feel like the Fool represents you, and this little puppet is like how you're controlling who you really are. Like you know how we all have these masks on with certain people. We behave certain ways with certain people, but we're never really completely us in front of everyone. Like you pick and choose. Hey, Christy, this is you coming out of that energy, which is going back to that boundary, that things are falling into place, taking that break that you need, because this puppet, the strings are breaking. And maybe that's why you're feeling anxious. Also, there's a lot of overthinking going on in your mind. You're overanalyzing things. I feel like a lot of air energy. So either you're an air sign, or maybe somewhere in your chart, there's like a lot of air energy, but it's something to do with air and the mind. And just do something fun for yourself, because what you're going to feel when you do this, and you be selfish. Maybe growing up, you are told, oh, if you do this, you're being selfish, or people who do that are very selfish. Just be fucking selfish. Just be selfish. It's okay. You're allowed. Because if you don't do it, nobody's going to do it for you. So be selfish and do what makes you feel good. And then you're going to realize it's not really selfish. Oh, wow, Laura, you're a double air. Christy's a double Libra. Well, there's all the air. The next two cards are Keeping It in Check and the Gift of Neutrality. So this goes back to that balance. Just be neutral. This is what you're coming into. This is why maybe it feels a little overwhelming for you, because you're coming into that neutral zone, that I'm allowed to be selfish and take care of me. And it's not selfish, but maybe that's the word that's conditioned in your mind. It's okay to do the things that I want to do and things that I don't want to do. And I don't have to make everyone happy. There are some people that are going to be mad and not like it or whatever it is, and they'll get over it, you know? So you're learning this balance. I'm trying to read this because it's a very small print. Balance is at work in your life. Yin and yang are opposite in energy, but reside side by side to create the gift of neutrality. Keeping it in check. Pay attention to what's going on around you. You may be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. So this one I'm going to hang on to, because I feel like this one has more meaning with the rest of the cards. Your spirit animal right now is the goose, which is inner knowing. And it could just be that you're seeing a lot of birds too, but the goose energy is around you. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. And I feel like this is what we're all coming into. We're being okay with who we really are. And a lot of people may have picked like butterflies in the past, or they resonate with the butterfly or a caterpillar or some kind of animal with wings, because this is what we're coming into. It's time to step into our greatest self. And it's going to be different for every single one of us, because we're all unique, and we need to learn to be okay with being unique. And for a very long time, we've been conditioned differently. We've been conditioned to fit into a box or fit into a label. And we all know that shit doesn't work. We all have to pretend that we're in this box or pretend that we're this label. But the truth is, we're not. I'm just reading the messages. Okay, so if you are not in a relationship, you have the Lovers, the World, the Sun, which are three major arcana cards, and the Knight of Cups. So in this case, I feel like there could be a water sign of the opposite, your opposite of energy. And women are not feminine, and men aren't masculine energy. We're both. Some people hold more of one energy than the other, and it has nothing to do with gender. So the opposite of your energy is coming into your life, and it could be a water sign. I don't know why Cancer, even though we're in a Cancer moon, Cancer is coming up very strongly. This is if you're not in a relationship. So the ones that aren't in the relationship, I feel like someone is coming into your life soon. And there's some kind of, whatever the next phase that you're going into, because we're all going into like new phases, this person is a part of that phase. If you are in a relationship, there will be a significant water sign around you that will help you to the next phase, because you got the World and you got the Lovers. Now remember, love can be both relationship or career, business, money. To me, it feels like the same energy. So if the relationship thing doesn't feel, it's not vibing with you, then it's probably business, money, some kind of venture that you're going on. Take it as it resonates. See, the Sun is you coming out of the dark. So maybe you've gone through the dark night of the soul. You went through some shit show the past couple of years, even the past couple of months. Whatever it is, I feel like it's over, because then you have stand your ground, solitude, intuition, and authority. This card feels like in some cases, it may have to do with like a legal aspect. So if there's been some kind of legal issue that's been going around, or something that you need to settle, it's settled. You will soon reap the rewards of this settlement, whatever the case is, whether it's divorce or a custody battle, like whatever it is. And this has to do with the courts. It does not, to me, it does not feel like it's a person. That feels like it has to do with like courts, some legal thing. Stand your ground and solitude. So this goes if you do have a court case going on, or something with the legal system. Not only does it end and you're coming into the outcome of it, like the outcome happened. Maybe you're not seeing the evidence of it just quite yet, but it will start unfolding. Because I feel like it's something that's moving in little stages. It's not going to be like, oh, one day, oh, it's over. I feel like there's like these stages. It's going through different like levels or stages of it. Stand your ground. You may be tested, because your greatest test is you creating those boundaries. You doing what you want and saying no when you don't want to. So I feel like you're going to be tested. Somebody is going to test you to Maybe that's the first thing where you're going to say no and feel good. Maybe that's the first thing that you're going to have this boundary and realize you're not selfish about it. So there's a valuable lesson in this experience. And I do feel like for some of you, it has made you crazy. It's overwhelming. I feel like there's a lot of overwhelming energy here. And then you got the intuition. Even though this is intuition, I feel like this is you in your head. That's what makes me feel overwhelmed, because intuition can also be overthinking. It's the same thing, just the polar opposite. So if you're so focused on overthinking, you're not going to be recognizing the intuitive messages you're receiving. But just know, as much as you're overthinking, you are receiving equal intuitive messages. So maybe give yourself, your brain, a rest. Do something that calms you and grounds you and relaxes you so you can get out of your head a little bit and actually listen to the messages you're receiving. So, okay, these three cards, you have no, don't stop, and you're ready. These three cards feel like there is something you've been either envisioning, or you have this vision or this goal that you want to get to. And there's a part of you that feels like either you're not ready or you need something else in order to move forward, but you don't. That's what the no means. Just continue on the path that you're on right now, because things are going to unfold very quickly with that. It's already happening. Actually, it already happened. As you align with that energy, you're going to start to see it unfold. Whatever it is, I feel like the core thing, there's stages that you're going through that will, all of a sudden, you're going to be. See, our lives don't change like this. I mean, there are those moments that can completely change our life in a moment, but the majority of the things that we experience are these little stages that lead up to something bigger. This is one of them. Everything you've been doing over the past 3 years and everything you've been focusing on that's what this is. This is something that's big. This is something that's unfolding. And let's see what the numbers. You have, now my throat. You have the number 9 and Sagittarius, the number 4, number 1, and number 8. Sorry. Okay, of course, someone's throat chakra or someone is having a hard time speaking up, wants to say something and they're not, because all of a sudden that just happened. So I blame you guys. The Sagittarius card, it feels like towards the end of the year, this is like the time for. Now, Sagittarius means something to you, then go with that. How this is your message, take it as it resonates. But I feel like overall, this whole process that you're going through, this whole thing that's unfolding right now, you'll be in a very different place come the end of the year. So Sagittarius energy is November, the end of November to December, to the 21st of December. So within that time frame, not to say that that's the exact time, towards the end of the year, because time just isn't the same. I'm not doing time frames anymore because it's just, by the end of the year, you're going to be in a very, very different place. And things, see, you have everything is in progress and it's almost going too fast. So where you are right now and where you will end up towards the end of the year is going to be a very different place. You could never figure out how to get from where you are to where you will be at the end of the year. So just let all of this unfold, because it's all these little steps that you're taking that will have the big outcome towards the end of the year. Promise you that. So you have step out of your comfort zone and a new romantic cycle begins. So this was very strong in the first part of the reading, where I felt like there is a water sign. I feel, not that I'm saying everyone deck number one is going to have a water sign or a Cancer. No, that's not it. But there is a lot of water. And it could also mean, the water could also mean that it's going to be a very emotional type of relationship. If maybe relationships in the past, like they didn't express their emotions or they didn't communicate their emotions. This one's different. This relationship is different than the ones you've always had. So my guys' messages to you. Okay, have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. Now, either you were craving a taco, or maybe your appetite has been suppressed with what's going on. Because I know a lot of people that are losing their appetite during this time. Just be mindful. Don't eat a taco. Listen to your body and eat what you need. And don't let other people tell you what you should or shouldn't eat. Because I feel like for some people, they're around someone, like either they're a vegetarian and they're trying to make you go vegan, but you not ready to give up meat, like something like that. Eat what your body is telling you to eat, and that's it. Stop feeling guilty about the things you want. Laugh. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? You definitely have to laugh at a lot of shit. Like anything that we're going through, you have to laugh at. Time to let go. And that's the best way to let shit go, is by laughing. Move the fuck on. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. So there is your message. Yes, Christy, that was King. He's tap dancing. He's making guest appearances. Usually he is on the other side. Usually we're on the other side. That's why the lighting is very different. How to improvise. So deck number one, I hope that resonated with you. Now we're moving on to deck number two, which is the heart chakra. So let's see what's going on for deck number two. Okay, so even though this heart chakra, this is a very significant, like I said, the heart and the throat chakras are very significant right now. The energy of the heart chakra supports your inner guidance system, which is governed by our heart and the capacity to love deeply. So you have a lot of root chakra stuff. So I'm feeling like right off the bat that this is a lot of fear or past life shit. You have the home, physical health, and self-expression. So my throat is burning me. So I don't know if someone who picked deck number two just doesn't feel good. They feel like they're getting sick. Because you got physical health, that means physically you feel, and I don't feel anything really specific. I feel like it's just not right. You know, maybe your back suddenly hurts and you never had a back problem, or you're getting headaches and you never normally get headaches. It feels shit like that. It feels like there's random aches and pains that may have started a couple of months ago. But you're welcome, Judy. But I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to say, you know, don't go see a doctor about it. However, I will say that I feel like a lot of this is energetic, and it's a part of this whole ascension process that you're feeling. And that's why a lot of people have been coming to me lately, that the doctors can't find what's wrong with these specific like ailments. Hi, Firefly. Same to you. Just don't panic about it. Okay, don't panic about it. For instance, because you have you got two root chakra cards, your waist down is your root chakra. So maybe there's like back issues, lower back issues, legs, feet, hips, like all of that is governed by the root chakra. Now my foot just fell asleep, so I don't know if someone is like having circulation issues because my foot just fell asleep. So to me, that's circulation issues. That's why you get that pinchy pins and needle feeling. I do feel like, not for everyone. Oh, really, Brooke? Yeah, that's part of, yeah, that's kind of like part of everything that we're going through right now. But they will, the best thing to do when, this is what I've been doing when I'm getting the random headaches. I just imagine, like, first I'll connect to the energy and I'll feel it like vibrating in my head. And when I exhale, I'll breathe into it. And then when I exhale, I imagine that I'm pushing it out through my feet. And that's a good way to get rid of excess energy. Does it heal, immediately? After a while, it does. You do feel less pressure. But whatever is happening to our physical body, it needs to happen because we are actually acclimating to a higher frequency. So it's not going to be easy to get rid of. And it's not going to go away anytime soon, but we will get used to it. It will become part of our normal. It's just right now, oh, your foot, leg, and hands are numb. Oh, that's interesting, Sarah. Yeah, and usually that is just excess energy. The other, I think it was like a week ago. I don't remember time. I was falling asleep and I felt my head like throbbing, right? It was going like that. And then I started hearing going woo, woo, like the sounds of the energy, like in sync with this feeling. And then when I couldn't take it anymore, I was like, oh shit, am I having a fucking aneurysm? It stopped. And then my arm started doing it. And when I started shaking my arm after a while, it stopped. Then my foot did it. So that's how I fell asleep, just tracking all these different areas that this feeling started, became overwhelmed, and then it would move to another part. And it happened all night. So pay attention to it. I mean, don't be afraid of it. Of course, it's easier said than done because I did say possibly I was having an aneurysm because it became so intense I couldn't take it. It felt like my head was going to explode, and then it stopped. Just kind of follow it. Talk to it. Talk to it. I mean, that's what I did, and then I fell asleep. Throat chakra. Okay, so with this overwhelming feeling, especially when it comes to home, either you're thinking of moving, you're thinking of moving, or you need to move, or something in your home right now is overwhelming you, and you feel like you can't be yourself because you got this self-expression. Oh, really, Firefly? Good to know. Peppermint oil on the crown and third eye. I'm going to try that. I know what you meant. I'm going to try that. I do have, for allergies, I have the oil. It's peppermint, eucalyptus, like it's the mixture, but the peppermint, I know, like opens that up. I'm going to try that next time. So you have the throat chakra. This is you, this saying self-expression, individuality, assertiveness. Oh yeah, peppermint Epsom salt is good too. So I feel like you're not feeling comfortable expressing yourself or being yourself at home or with the people around you in your household. Let's put it that way. You feel like you have to hold back in who you are and what you want to say. I almost feel like this is coming from like childhood. Like you were always told to shut up or be quiet, and you're so used to doing that it's just second nature to you. It's just oh, that's interesting, Brooke. Yeah, Laura, Yeah, I know. Okay, so there's like 3 or 4 of you. Then that makes sense. So let's say like Lori says she needs to downsize. Maybe you feel like that you may be judged for wanting to downsize, or like downsizing may mean something to other people and you feel like you just need to shut up and just do what was expected of you. Or like Brooke, you have like a lot of, mostly biological family can be very toxic, especially when everyone's living in the same house. So I'm pretty sure not everyone is ascending at the rate you are. So that makes it harder to be yourself in a house where either they think you're crazy or they joke about it. Like this is what's like true to you. And they're talking about it like it's bullshit. Oh, this is another phase. So I feel like that's a big issue in the house. Let's see your spirit animal. An animal I've never even heard of, a pronghorn, which is action. So it looks like a deer with funky horns, but it's not. I guess that would make sense. Pronghorn. I think that's how you say it. Action. Let's see. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. So what's interesting, because this is an action card, the root chakra is about taking action as well. It's taking action despite the fear, because the root chakra holds a lot of fear. So it's just interesting that this is coming up, especially with a few of you that have shared about how, you need, yes, it is firefly. Yeah, an antelope totem. It's similar. Some of these animal cards are animals I've never even heard of, or I can't even pronounce how to say what they are. So I'm learning a lot about animals with my animal decks. So polite declaration. And this goes back to your throat chakra. Childlike devotion. So polite declaration. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It is time for you to get there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. So this is all about you owning this self-expression. Like just moving forward with it. Whoever's going to be with you along the ride, fine. If not, it's still fine. There are people who around you that will support you. Childlike devotion. You are a multi-talented, complex being. I couldn't read because it's in white and it's very tiny. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. So that really, it's just telling you to own who you are and not worry about the people around you. Let's see what. Okay, so the major arcana card you have is the Emperor. And this is, if you look at him, you see he's all in gold and he has the 2 poles. Like Emperor stands in his power. He's not worried about, he knows, he has the wisdom, he has the experience. He just knows. And he's standing in this power. And he has a ruby around his heart. I'm feeling in this case, because you did have the 4th chakra, the heart, red reminds me of action. Take action based on what your heart's telling you and dismiss what your mind is telling you. Just stand like his 2 poles. Just stand and walk holding the poles if you need to, because these 2 poles are your power, and that's all the support you need. You don't need other people to support you. You need you to support you. So you have the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So in this case, I feel like this is you coming out. Like, here's the Nine of Swords, right? You see, like, she escaped the swords. You're coming out of that, whatever was holding you back, whatever you were thinking, whatever your mind, however your mind kept you trapped, you're coming out of that trap. Like this. To me, this is like death. You don't need 10 swords to kill someone, but this is like the death card. Like, there's nothing anyone can do to you that already hasn't been done. And you survived it because now you're this, right? You went through this, but now you're this. So that's exactly the energy that I feel like you're in right now. You just need to own it. You just need to own it and be okay with it. Then you have harmony and firm foundation. So firm foundation goes back to root chakra. Your awakening broke down the old illusional foundation you created based on like whatever we were conditioned, which is what an awakening is. It breaks down the old illusion of what we thought or who we thought we are and what we need to be who we are. And when you go through an awakening, you're going through a shitty time. You're going through like a shit storm. And then you kind of rebuild from there. So you already have the firm foundation. There's nothing for you to doubt right now. You have everything you need. Everything that you, let's put it this way. Any doubt that's coming to your mind is coming from your mind. Your heart and your intuition is telling you to take action. It's telling you to move forward. It's telling you to own who you are. Only your mind is telling you the opposite. And once you can like recognize how your mind is fucking with you, you'll be able to embrace all that other energy in your heart, in your gut, your intuition. And the mind eventually does shut up. It does. It might be yelling, but it shuts up. Okay, so you have no need to worry and helpful people. So it goes back to what I said. You have all the people around you that you need who will support you. You don't need to cover up who you really are in order to feel supported. Oh, and here's improving health. So you're going to feel better. You're going to start to feel better. No need to panic. See, not a doctor, but the card said improving health. So there you go. You have everyone around you that you need to get you to where you need to be. So don't stress it. Don't stress it. It might not be the people that you think, but there's the people around you. Your two numbers are 11 and 2. How awesome is that? You have 11 and 2. I don't feel like anything in relationships came up, but if you look at this card, it says the number 11 and then the number 2, and this is the number 2. So 11 and 2 is very significant to you. 2 is, it depends how you look at it. 2 is partnerships. It could be romantic. It could be business. It could be anything. 2 is also choices, crossroads, decisions. So I feel like when you're questioning the choices you need to make and you see 2 or 11, it's kind of validating that thought right before you started overanalyzing the choice. Like, oh, I should do this. This would be fun. This would be something to do. And then you see the number 2. Go with that one. Don't let your mind hijack that like message and then tell you, oh yeah, but then you have this too. And it'll go through all the bad aspects of that choice. And then you're just going to be caught up in not making any decision. The number 2 and the number 11 will show up exactly in the moment that you think of the right choice. And you can play around with it and test it and see how many times you see it based on that same choice. You're going to see it's synchronistic. You're going to keep, every time you have that specific thought or that specific choice, you're going to see the number 2 or 11. You have the perfection of your life, and softly, softly, the tender touch. So I feel like with this, maybe you think you need to be aggressive. Maybe you need, where's that other card? Where is that other card? I can't find it. Like with expressing yourself, maybe you need to be like more aggressive and tell people like this is what it is, or this is whatever it is that you're thinking in your mind, right? Just be the example. You don't have to say anything. Just continue to do what you're doing and not adjust or behave to the way everyone else is expecting you to think. And you're going to see how everything is going to shift. Everything is going to shift for you. It's already shifting, but this is your validation, or you actually seeing how it's changing. The perfection of your life. If you look at this, there's a lotus there, right? Even though it's a shape, a sacred geometry shape, to me, it looks like a lotus. So I feel like you are getting ready to bloom. Look at the bigger picture. The energy is gaining momentum. So not only is everything starting to move very quickly, when you get caught up in your thoughts and you're overanalyzing or you're overthinking something, take a step back and look at the bigger picture, and maybe you'll understand why the choice that keeps getting the validation from the universe needs to be made, because it's much bigger than you think. It's much bigger than you think. And I feel like maybe that's the missing piece right now, because if you knew that, then it would be easy for you to make the choice. But you have to make the choice before knowing that. So take a step back. My message from my guides: fuck fear. It will lie to your face. Get the fuck out of your head. Get into your heart. It misses you. Goes back to the heart chakra. You think someone is lying, they are. This card comes out every circle. It's so crazy. So deck number 2, yes, it is Firefly. Ruby is Grateful Light Workers. I actually have one in a box, yeah, which is not very useful. So deck number 2, I hope that resonated with you. We're moving on to deck number 3, which is Joy. The energy of joy activates our feelings of happiness and well-being and supports a high vibrational frequency in our being, which is so true, because I kept hearing this word joy throughout the meditation. Like, just focus on joy. Just focus on joy. And of course, because I was hearing focus on joy, I couldn't focus on joy, because I'm like, well, what's joy? Like, where is it? Is this the right feeling? Maybe I should be feeling something else. So yeah, I got caught up in my head and overanalyzed joy. So, okay, a lot of anxiety for deck number 3. Thank you. I'm glad you just smacked my knee in the. I'm glad it resonated with you. Solar plexus. You have choice, responsibility. Third eye, guidance. Throat, communication. Actually, this is crown chakra, guidance. That is the top of your head. So I feel like deck number 3 is feeling a lot of anxiety. You may be having issues with certain foods that you eat, or your diet is changing. Something with your digestive system is not working right. Let's put it that way. You're feeling a lot of pressure on your head, or you may be feeling a lot of pressure on the top of your head. Like, it feels like, you know, when your hair is sensitive, that when you put your fingers through it, it like hurts. I feel like that feeling, like my scalp is sensitive. It hurts my hair. And then also throat issues. So either you have like a nasal drip, a sore throat, or some kind of allergy that is kind of stuck in your throat. These three chakras feel like it's all physical, from the anxiety to the head to the throat. And it's interesting because you got the communication card, and it's like that you're having a hard time communicating either what you're feeling or what you want to say because of all this stuff. Like you're not feeling you. This is a lot of collective energy. This is a lot of anxiety coming from collective energy and generational crap. So it's not all yours. Very sensitive. Deck number 3 is very sensitive. You're very sensitive to the energies that are going around. You're physically feeling it, mentally, emotionally. Emotional roller coaster, I feel like, that you're not feeling yourself. You're feeling overwhelmed by everything that you're feeling right now, that you can't pinpoint what is causing what. That's what this feels like. And that is your joy, my friend. That is actually where it is. This overwhelming feeling that you have, there's a balance coming in. There's a balance. It's the extreme version of what you're looking for. It's there. It's just that it's so extreme because you're so sensitive and you're connecting to it as if it's your own. You're treating it as if it's your own. This meditation that we do after this is going to help you so much because it's about feeling and letting go and just allowing yourself to do that. It'll be very easy. You have the deer, which is love. That's so cute. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. So you know how a deer is so like, they're not like an aggressive animal. They're very sweet. They're very, I don't know. They just have like this light energy, this like free spirit. They're not aggressive. That's what I feel like the energy that you need to be in right now. Instead of cocooning yourself with all of these feelings of what you're going through, just have fun with it because it's not all yours. It's definitely not all yours. Okay, so I'm going to look at what cards this one feels like is with a relationship. So I feel like for some of you that are single, because you got spiritual union, there is someone around you that is an air sign, possibly an air sign. You have air, you have earth, and you do have water. But air is standing out to me strongly. So it could be that you just met someone who is an air sign and you're not really sure about this person, but it looks like it is developing into something stronger. If you did not meet someone, someone is coming into your life very, very soon. And it was funny. I think it was deck number 1 that had the emotional, when I say emotional relationship, I don't mean it's like emotional trauma. It's that you connect on a very deep level. So, of course, as humans, the deepest level you can be is emotions, right? Because that's the only thing that we can't really feel in spirit form. Only in human form can we feel emotions. So this is a deep, deep spiritual connection. Give it whatever title you want, twin, soul, whatever. However you want to label them, they're there. This is that one person that you've been, I almost want to say praying for or calling on, or maybe you've been communicating with them on some level, even though you don't know who they are. Whoever it is, they are physically manifesting around you now. See, and here's the Cancer again. So this could be the water sign, the number 4. Within the next month or two, I'll go grander, like month or two. If you haven't met them yet, you will be meeting them. I feel like for some of you, there's either you're going out to eat something with the water. Either you're going to be at the beach, you're going to be on a boat, you're going to go out to eat near the water. There's something significant about meeting them by a body of water. I don't know. That's the feeling I got. And the other one is Virgo. So this could be the earth sign and this could be the water sign on top of the air signs that I feel. So that would kind of make sense. Number 6 and number 4 is very significant to you. Watch for those numbers, because I feel like that those are numbers that have been popping up a lot for you lately. Maybe you're not noticing it, but pay attention. You have get more information, not the right time, recovery, and ask your angels. So for this one feels very specific. This one feels like that there is someone who was in your life at one time, and it could be like drug, alcohol addiction, something like that. Something that they recovered, and maybe they're back in that lifestyle again, and you're sitting around waiting for them to get better or get clean or whatever it is, because you're very drawn to this person. Like I said, this is very specific. You're only drawn to them because, as Eckhart Tolle would say, your pain bodies match. They're not who you think they are. They're not your divine counterpart, your soulmate, your twin flame. You think they are because you have a lot of shared experiences with this person, but they are not. And the timing, this is not, it's not for you to sit around and wait for this person. It's to heal yourself, because as you heal yourself, maybe you'll continue to be drawn to this person and they start to get better, or you don't even want this person in your life because you're in a very different place. So whatever it is right now, if that resonates with you, if you're waiting on someone to change, it's not going to happen because you feel like time is running out, that they need to wake up, or they need to be someone that they're not. If they're not who you want them to be right now, then don't be with them right now. Hoping for someone to change into someone, it doesn't work. Trust me. We all can vouch for that one. So it's really time for you to focus on yourself. And that one feels very specific. See, then you have don't let your past hold you back. So I feel like this may resonate with more than one person. Show the world the real you. Well, don't let your past hold you back. That's pretty much self-explanatory. Don't let your past hold you back. Show the world the real you. Oh, and this card was hidden. It's the number 9. Something comes to an end. So this, I feel like, is this past thing. This feels like it could be karma, a karmic healing that's going on. There's someone that you're attached to, waiting on, and you need to let go of that. It's completed. And what's interesting is that I feel like it's already been healed. You're just hanging on to it, mainly because it's familiar. It's not what you think. The only thing that is keeping it alive is that it's familiar and you're comfortable with this familiarity. But that doesn't, honestly, that doesn't mean shit. You have prosperity begins. And relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Going beyond normal. And seeing the true you. So I feel like that there is something you've been thinking about, you've been wanting to do, wanting to achieve. like this vision, but for whatever reason, you're having a hard time expressing this, being this person, this, I don't even know how to word it. This is going to bring you money. I feel like maybe you're overthinking it, thinking because you can't figure out the how it's going to bring you money or what you need to do. But I feel like you just need to do it and money is going to follow it. Just follow your heart. The money will follow. You might not know exactly who you're supposed to be or what title to give yourself. I don't even know how to explain it because it's something that's very unique. It's something that maybe doesn't even exist yet, but it's something that you feel is a good idea and you have a gift with this and you really want to put this out there, but you don't know where to begin because it doesn't make sense. Just do it anyway. I feel like the money you need to begin will come, and this will definitely bring you money. I feel like you may be saying that money is the issue why you can't make this move, but that's the excuse. It's the excuse because there's a way for you to move forward with this without needing that money. You have the support you need. You will have what you need to start this. You just have to give yourself permission to start it. I'm safe and surrounded by love. Oh, I was going to say there's my whales. They're dolphins. And replacing what was lost. So keep your heart open and know that you are being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what's going on around you. Replacing what was lost. You have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. So you have this, and then you have this. So there is no doubt that, and you know what? It's not necessarily money. Abundance, prosperity comes in many different ways, but whatever it is that you want, the reasons why you want, let's say like the money, the outcome with that money, having that money, what you want to get with it, that's what's coming to you. So it might not necessarily come in money as you feel. I mean, you will be making money because this is something where you will be living off of. But to start it, you may just have the opportunities around you. You know, someone may give you an opportunity and that's what's going to start you off. And then you'll start making money. So don't think that, I know we all think that. So I almost feel like a hypocrite saying it. Don't think that you need the money to do what you want to do. You have the opportunities out there to get you started. Okay, so you have also fuck fear. It will lie to your face. You need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. Get the fuck out of your head. Get in your heart. It misses you. This card came up like twice tonight. And I'm glad I shuffled the cards. So deck number 3, I hope that resonated with you. Now we're going to move on to the meditation, and my live audience will fall asleep. So if we hear snoring, just know the audience fell asleep. So this is something that came to me during the meditation. You're welcome, Sarah. Thank you. If we do this 10 minutes a day and allow ourselves the permission to just move through whatever it is that we need to move through, we will feel so much better. And I am told, watch how drastically our life changes for the better. So today was day 1. If you guys are going to stick to this, let me know if you're going to do this, like, you know, every day for 5-10 minutes, and let me know how your life has changed. I will keep you updated. So next circle, the full moon, I will let you know how drastically my life changed. So there's two parts to this meditation. We're going to be doing it as a whole meditation, but there are two separate parts that we can do throughout the day. And you don't have to do both of them. I am told you can pick one, but choose at least one and give yourself at least 5 to 10 minutes a day to do this, so we can acclimate and change and ascend and all those good things. So everyone get comfy. Lay down, people. Okay, so close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and let out a big sigh. Take another deep breath in through your nose, pulling the energy up through your feet, into your heart, into your head. And as you exhale, allow your body to release and let go. And just breathe in and out. Now I want you to think to yourself, I allow myself to feel everything. And repeat to yourself, I allow myself to feel everything. And just breathe through it and allow any emotions, feelings, thoughts, whatever it is, just allow it to move through your body. And if you feel stuck in your head or anywhere else in your body, just breathe into it. And just exhale and allow it to just move through you. Just allow yourself to feel everything. And just witness what you're feeling. Don't judge, don't analyze, don't fix. Just acknowledge. And now say to yourself, I allow myself to release everything. And as you exhale, allow yourself to release everything. And just notice how your body changes, how it feels to release everything. Just release and let go. And now think to yourself, I allow myself to become who I am to be. I allow myself to become who I am here to be. And just give yourself permission to become who you came here to be. Nothing more, nothing less. And now think to yourself, I invite my soul to be fully present in me now. I invite my soul to be fully present in me now. And now just scan your body and imagine that you see a crystal within yourself. It could be anywhere. Just notice where that crystal sits, what kind of crystal it is, because this crystal represents your soul. Notice what color it is, the shape. Is it big or small? Is it bright or dim? What does it feel like? Just observe this crystal that represents your soul, because this crystal is happy to see you. It's happy to be seen by you. It's grateful to be felt by you. Most of the time, we don't connect to our soul. We act on impulse, on patterns, beliefs, and we forget to connect to our soul. You can always connect to your soul through imagining a crystal. It doesn't have to be the same crystal. The crystal may change because we're multidimensional. Energy is fluid. But right now, this crystal that you are witnessing is the perfect crystal to represent your soul. And it's so happy to be connecting with you. Now witness how it grows, how it expands, how you feel connecting to this crystal. Now that you know it's your soul, do the colors change? Does the frequencies change? The more you witness it, the more it expands, vibrating throughout your entire being. Just notice what you feel. The more you connect to this crystal, the less fear you feel. Your soul is always here. This place within your body is always available. Just call on it, acknowledge it, and allow it to expand. At this time, you can ask your soul any questions, anything you might want to know. Speak to it now and allow your soul to communicate to you and through you, telling you exactly what you need to know, what's perfect for you right now. Because your soul represents your past, present, and future, all in one. Your future self may have some messages for you. Your past self may help you release and let go. Your present self is here to remind you that you are perfect just as you are in this time and space right now. Now imagine a beautiful emerald green light surrounding you, surrounding your space at the highest frequency, vibrating pure love, joy, happiness at the highest vibration. And feel it envelop every cell of your being. And notice how your soul crystal expands, how it matches its vibration. Breathe in this energy into your cells, your blood, bones. And knowing you are always protected and safe. You are always loved and perfect just as you are. Imagine a golden light around you, ceiling protecting you. always here to guide you and heal you with the highest vibration of love. Thank you, Crystal. Thank your soul. Thank everyone who is present throughout this connection. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Oh, I thought we had audiences falling asleep here. I'm impressed they didn't fall asleep. So how did you guys like it? So basically what my message was this morning was that we can either give ourselves a few minutes to feel everything, release everything, and embrace who we're meant to be. Or we can do the crystal visualization whenever we feel like we want to connect to our soul, or we need a specific answer, or, there is that part of us that we disconnect from because we forget that it's there. Oh, thank you, Brooke. So I highly recommend doing the crystal. You can do both, but either do the crystal or giving yourself permission to feel everything, especially if you feel overwhelmed, because I did that today when I felt like too much. I allowed myself to feel everything, release everything, and I felt so much better. I'm reading Bernadette. Okay, I'm glad, Bernadette, that you're going to try to incorporate that. Oh, that's so cool, Sarah. Oh, wow. Look at that, Brooke. And I was told that each time we connect to our soul, like the crystal may change because we're interdimensional or multidimensional or something with dimensions. I think it's multidimensional. So the crystal may change. Don't feel like that something is wrong. It's like when you go into a store and you see a crystal and you don't know which one you want, but your intuition guides you to the perfect crystal. I guess the perfect crystal will represent our soul based on whatever it is that we're going through. So I am so glad. How'd you guys like it? Okay, I got 2 thumbs up and a head shake. Okay, guys, thank you for joining me. I love you all. Have an amazing new moon. Go make some new moon water. And I will see you for the full moon in 2 weeks. Now I'm seeing the messages. You had a butterfly? Oh, that was cool. A crystal butterfly. Thank you, Sarah. I'm glad you joined me. Thanks, Lori. Have an amazing night, guys. I send you an abundance of love, light, happiness, health, wealth, prosperity, and all those good things because you deserve it. Good night.